Al Jazeera's chief correspondent at Gaza Strip, Wael Dahdouh, helped to publish the vivid s of surrounded area when he received destructive news his wife, son and daughter were killed in an Israeli airstrike. Shortly after, Qatar-based satellite channel passed s of Dahdouh into Al-Aqsa Hospital in Gaza before giving way to grief while looking at body of his dead son. "Are they revenge on us and our children?" he said, kneeling his son's bloody body. He still wore a protective press vest from the work of that day. The network reported that Dahdort's grandson was declared dead 2 hours later. The video was confident that 53-year-old journalist would echo in Arab world. Known as face of Palestinians during many wars, he respects that people tell people's stories of pain and difficulty in the outside world. According to Al Jazeera, Dahdort's family members were killed by an Israeli airstrike that hit Nuseirat refugee camp in the Gaza region, where army encouraged people to remain safe. Watch a look at the life in Gaza. Between airstrikes and worsening human crisis on 19th day of Dahdhyduh's family. Dahdhy was among more than 1 million Gaza residents displaced by the war. And when they hit strike, they stayed in a house in Nuseirat. The Gaza Ministry of Health says that Israeli strikes have killed more than 6,500 Palestinians. Associated Press could not independently confirm the death fee. On Wednesday, Al Jazeera repeated the moment that Dahdort was informed about the deaths. He heard that he had received phone in a voice recording and that he had said many times to crazy call who. According to local authorities, Dahdouh spread after a separate strike that killed at least 26 people. During war, Dahdort remained in city Gaza despite fact that inhabitants of Israel wanted to go south in front. An expected ground attack. Hundreds of thousands of people fled to Nuseirat, other places in the central and southern Gaza. Believed that it was safer. However, Israeli strikes continued to hit these areas of water, drugs and fuel shortage under the siege of Israel. Watch Thousands of Ultra Orthodox volunteers for the Jewish Israeli army, the safe area mentioned by the occupation army, the moral army. Dahdhydi said painful to an Al Jazeera correspondent at Al-Aqsa Hospital. Al Jazeera said in a statement that Dahdouh's family was the house is targeted. Hamas says that he had hit his military targets, but the Palestinians say that thousands of civilians have. He blames Israel Hamas of using civilians as human shields. Israel threatened to close Al Jazeera because of its coverage of the war. Al Jazeera is a state-owned media network and deeply criticizes Israel, especially the Palestinians. During last week, Qatar's gas-rich country has emerged as a key tool on the fate of more than 200 hostages captured by Hamas militants in the 7th of October attacks. Tatar has been political office in Doha, capital of Hamas, for more than 10 years. He hosts President Doha is